The arrival of a new baby is a life-changing event.
Here we are.
Got a little baby girl. Congratulations.
A moment of utter magic and pure joy.
Absolutely adored this little girl.
Hello, baby.
But what really happens when a baby comes home?
Everything in your life changes in that instant.
There's sick everywhere.
We following 7 sets of new parents and their 10 little bundles of joy to find out what goes on in the first months.
What are they crying about?
Actually, probably a little bit scared of my own babies.
We'll be with them through the ups
It's the snow!
and downs.
It feels kind of like hot poker being stabbed right through my nipple.
As they set out on one of life's greatest adventures.
I thought by now I'd had a breakdown, like every new parent.
You know, we have made a few purchases.
Becoming a family. This is a snapshot of what it's like to bring up a baby in the 21st century.
This is not a film premiere. You've just got to get through it, one way or another.
Every year around the world, over 130 million babies are born, about 250 every minute of every day. For their expectant parents, it's a whirlwind of emotions.
Yeah, love, come on, breathe.
This time, we're following 4 couples on final countdown to one of the most dramatic moments of their lives.
What does it feel like?
Like an alien.
Meet newlyweds Sam and Rob, who have to prepare for the birth of not 1, but 3 babies.
We've got 384 nappies. That's ridiculous, 384 nappies.
We don't really know how to look after one baby, let alone 3.
Kathy and Andrew, a couple determined to do things their own unconventional way.
Have we got space in the freezer for the placenta?
Yeah, we made space, don't we?
For Kelly and Ali from Cardiff, it's more about preparing their daughter Ayla for the arrival of a new sibling.
Lots of...
So no sleepover tonight, then?
No sleepover?
Sleep in your own bed.
But first up, a couple who are seeking the perfect birth. Preparing for a new baby is a roller coaster ride into the unknown, and many of us go, well, a little overboard.
I've got like literally so much stuff. Like this is just like the half of it.
In the UK, parents spend an average of £1,500 on their baby before it's even born.
My favourite, literally, I want this for myself. Maybe she won't even miss this if I just like kidnap it.
Catherine and Richard are just 2 weeks away from their due date, and Catherine has left nothing to chance.
Hi! Oh my God, there's loads of you here.
Since the first positive pregnancy test, she's had a very clear vision of how she'd like things to go.
Cheers, guys. Cheers.
From the baby shower to the nursery.
Okay, so this is the baby's bedroom, and this is where she's going to be sleeping eventually.
Working in police admin, 33-year-old Catherine has organised everything with military precision, in shades of pink.
You know, it's quite girly with like the lamp and the butterfly theme and stuff, and I just can't wait to put this on the wall because that just looked lush. I've got this really cute little bunting that I bought the other day, so I want to put this up somewhere, but then that's going to be it for the pink then. I don't want to over-pink it. There's a bit of a theme going on. I think I've got like pink, grey, white, bows and butterflies, which is kind of like, oh, and stars, and maybe owls and elephants. So I don't know really actually about the theme.
In a world of Instagram perfection, Catherine, like a lot of modern mums, is keen to capture every moment of her pregnancy. So she's booked in for a baby bump photo session.
Hello there. Hi, how are we doing?
All right. I've got my scan photo.
Oh, lovely.
I just kind of want to have some photos that I'm going to look back on and just feel kind of like, you know, oh, I remember when my belly looked like that.
Mm-hmm. Richard is a chef in a local pub, and today he's enjoying a rare morning off.
So you excited? You looking forward to it?
Yeah, can't wait. Me, I don't care. That's it. Ready.
Absolutely brilliant. Stay like that. Awesome.
The pair met 14 years ago.
I think our relationship is like, it's quite well balanced, I think.
Yeah, I think I'm more of the boss in that respect.
I don't think so, though.
Okay, maybe not.
It's a smile, Catherine.
I've got like massive hamster cheeks right now.
They tied the knot back in 2016, and this was no ordinary wedding, more of a fairy tale extravaganza. And now, Catherine is expecting her first child.
He looks a very happy man there.
If the worst came to worst and she did come now, we'd be ready. But, like, that would not go with my plan. That would, like, totally mess up my G, because I've got it all, like, I've got it, like, you know, sorted how I'd like things to go.
Coming a bit closer together.
With her due date fast approaching, Catherine's hoping the baby sticks to the plan. Not everyone is quite so meticulous. 60 miles away in Llanrumney, on the outskirts of Cardiff, Kelly and Ali are taking a far more relaxed approach to the imminent arrival.
Yeah, with your tea.
Although it's hard to describe this 4-bedroom house as relaxed, thanks to 2 energetic dogs and a demanding 4-year-old daughter giving them the runaround.
I didn't have a maternal bone in my body. I never wanted children. I was always career focused. Never wanted children. However, that sort of changed, obviously, when I met Ali.
Until now, Ayla has been the only princess in their Cardiff castle.
The day she was born, I can't describe the euphoria that comes over you. That rush and the love we had for her was just immense. And so from that day...
Until she pooed all over.
Until she pooed on me, dragon breath.
Ayla's got her dad wrapped right around her little finger.
Ali's life completely revolves around Ayla. You know, she's first before anyone else, before family, friends,
number one.
even before me. You know, which is fine. You know, she's changed you.
Yeah,
like, she is your best friend.
She's my little best friend.
She is.
She's my little
She's
sidekick.
your mini you.
Yeah, she's my best invention. Let's just say.
Kelly's a mental health nurse and Ali works as a customer experience manager at a Cardiff garage. They started dating after meeting online.
She was on my radar, let's just say. So I gave her a poke on Facebook, followed her to Tesco's. Well, I sort of did. Yeah.
I just little nose at his Facebook. Didn't like some of his pictures. Didn't like his posing in his boxers or his shorts when you were on holiday next to that big yacht.
Yeah.
And then, just sort of got together. Dogs everywhere.
Since then, they've enjoyed 9 years of domestic bliss.
Try and fix that fish tank, Al.
Oh, well, it's going to be a temporary fix for now.
Well, kind of.
You going to mug me? Am I going to mug you?
Is that gorgeous or what, eh?
And I believe I can run a decent marathon.
Thank you very much.
Download Veely now.
There's no such thing as a perfect couple or marriage, or it doesn't work that way. There's something seriously wrong if you don't
row.
If you don't row or argue.
We don't actually row that much, though, do we?
No. There's your split, right by there. How? What? Something's knocked against it, obviously. Go easy first.
Don't do that.
All right. Look,
why would you
come
do
here.
that?
Have a look at this a minute.
I can see with my eyeballs. Stop touching it. You're making it worse.
It's making it worse. It needs stepping back. Get rid of it.
We bicker all the time.
Yeah. Little pick.
Pick.
Picking the little things.
What the heck are you doing it with? Sellotape. What is it?
Temporary fix.
I can't even watch.
But that's life. That's normal.
Still leaking. I think it's actually worse. Lipstick taser!
With a new baby due in a matter of weeks, the balance of this ordered chaos is about to take a knock, and Queen Bee Ayla may be the first to feel the difference. She's made Dad regularly sleep in her bedroom for the past few months, but the couple have decided this must now change.
Right, listen to me. See this air mattress? Daddy got to take it upstairs in the attic. Once it goes back upstairs...
So no sleepover tonight, then?
No sleepover.
Sleep in your own bed. You sure?
Whoa! Keep going, keep going. Boing, boing. She's excited about it now, obviously. Because she wants to get involved. Squeeze all the air out. However, when the baby is about, then obviously things will be different and we'll just have to adapt to that and see how that goes. All done?
Yeah. I think she's going to be amazing, see.
Yeah, fingers crossed. We'd like to think so.
Think positive.
So with God's blessing, we'll see how that turns out. So, put that back in.
Is the air going to come back in?
Only if we use the pump on it, but now we've got to tidy it away. Remember what we said? Good girl.
I'm going to miss the people.
Yeah, I know. What did we just talk about?
Older siblings react in various different ways to having baby in the house.
Still a bit more in there?
They can be quite excited, they can be quite happy, but they can also feel a bit threatened sometimes because what they really want is attention.
No, because...
Having been the sole focus of attention, the child suddenly has a rival, and that's difficult.
Introducing a second child into the household can be tricky. But bringing home 3 at once takes things to a whole other level. Across the UK, roughly 1 in 4,000 pregnancies lead to triplet births, and in total, around 160 sets of triplets are born in a typical year. So, imagine this couple's surprise.
For an instant, I thought,
Twins.
it's twins.
Yeah.
And when she said, no, there's 3 in there, I think I nearly fell off the seat.
I was lying down, so I was okay.
You were in tears.
Yeah, yeah.
Speech therapist Sam and tax inspector Rob live in rural Machen near Caerphilly. They've been married for less than a year.
There we go.
There's no history of multiples in either of their families, nor is this pregnancy the result of IVF treatment. So it's an understatement to say that triplets came as a shock to the system.
It's something that you think happens to other people that, you know, you never expected to happen to you.
Not the first time you try for a baby, anyway.
Yeah.
Looking at the date, it looks like they were conceived in Sorrento when we were there on honeymoon. The magic of Italy, if anyone wants to conceive a baby.
With Sorrento a distant memory, their lives are about to be turned upside down. Sam and Rob have the daunting task of preparing for the arrival of 3 new little people.
We've just unpacked the boxes of bottles, and here they are, 30 bottles ready for 3 babies. That's 10 each.
So in the top drawer up there, we've got bibs. And then in this one, we've got lots of little hats and things ready, and teeny tiny socks.
So we've got, I think, 10 packs of 24 size 0 nappies.
We've got over 24 bottles here.
We've also got the next size up nappies, so these are for up to £11. 384 nappies, is that? That's ridiculous, 384 nappies.
We're organised. Whether or not this system will stay in place once they arrive is another thing. Okay, number 2.
Like most triplet births, it's almost certain that Sam's babies will be born premature.
Because obviously there's 3 babies inside me, there's not enough room for them to go full term. So guidelines say the triplets should be delivered at 34 weeks. There we are.
There we go.
3 done. How long did that take? Not too long.
Yeah, where are we going to put them?
Obviously, because they're being born so early, being 6 weeks premature, the assumption is they're going to go straight to neonatal care, and they might need some help with breathing or feeding or other stuff.
Around 5 to 10% of births are premature, and it's not without its risks. The more premature a baby, the higher the risk of complications, which is a worry for the young couple.
I'm really nervous, thinking how the babies are going to be and how I'm going to be. It all seems a bit daunting, and Last night, Rob and I were talking and we realised we don't really know how to look after one baby, let alone 3, so I think the panic is setting in a little bit.
Because of their situation, Sam and Rob have no other option than a hospital birth. But some couples like to do things differently. Just over 2% of UK mothers choose to give birth at home, roughly 15,000 a year. Burry Port couple, Kathy and Andrew, are planning on being among them.
There it is. The birthing pool.
Paddling pool. My hot tub.
These two don't believe doctors or hospitals need play any part in birth.
Okay, let's pump it up.
I just want to stay here. I just don't fancy going anywhere and packing a bag and the whole like pajamas and a ward. Oh, I'm gonna shoot myself. No, thank you.
The couple are childhood sweethearts.
We've been together a very long time. We met when I was 16 and Andrew was 21 in...
She was in a nightclub?
I was in a nightclub, yes.
Underage drinking?
Still a schoolgirl, Kathy had snuck into a 70s themed party.
I said to the boys, hey, watch this one now.
Oh, gosh.
So I went up, grabbed the hips.
Yeah, I don't think there was a chat.
And there wasn't,
to be honest. I don't think there was any speech involved.
There wasn't an elbow in the face, so I thought, okay, this is going somewhere. I wasn't told to bugger off. And then it went from there.
9 years later, teacher Kathy and IT consultant Andrew tied the knot. And soon after that, Kathy gave birth in their home to their son, James.
5th of April, Kathy gives birth, and it's a boy.
Happy days. We didn't want James to be an only child, so I think it was always a decision that we had before James that we would have 2, possibly 3, but...
I think we're stopping at 2.
Only 2.
We're stopping at 2 now. I loved giving birth. Like, I loved it.
You did, didn't
so
you?
I really want to have that experience again.
It's difficult to imagine, but 60 years ago, home births were the norm.
Home births are lovely, especially for the mum. She's got the privilege of having 2 midwives present, so it's at her convenience.
Come on, baby. Out you come now.
She can use whatever equipment she wants. She's in her own environment with her family. We just go there and await events, and 9 times out of 10, everything is absolutely fine and great. If we do have a problem, it's getting the mother to hospital, and it's the ambulance service. It's the delays in the ambulance response that I'm worried about.
Oh, put some effort into it.
Oh, sorry.
We do have the odd mother in rural Monmouthshire will want to birth in a yurt or a tent somewhere in a field, and that can be challenging. Luckily, things tend to go okay.
What's in this one? What's in there? What's in there?
Someone's having fun in there. The euphoric state I experienced giving birth to James, it was just incredible. I was really lucky, it was all natural, and my hormones and my endorphins were like, oh my gosh, off the scale in a good way. Eventually, when he started coming out, I remember saying, oh my gosh, this is just incredible. I just loved the feeling. I loved giving birth.
Oh, nice.
Kathy's determined that this time round will be just as perfect as the last.
Glass of champagne.
I can't wait for a glass of champagne. Won't be long now.
If I deliver a girl, I've got a lovely Laura Ashley floral towel to wrap it in. And if it's a boy, I've got a navy blue one. I deliver in the pool, I want to scoop it out, and then I'll say, it's a girl, it's a boy.
In the absence of doctors, Kathy's hoping that chanting positive phrases will help ease the birth.
I see my baby coming smoothly from my womb.
I will be. You mustn't take them in.
I'm not.
It will.
I slowly breathe up with each surge.
Don't now, because you're making me
No, I'm not
laugh.
gonna.
No, because I can't have you in my head with them, so don't talk.
I am prepared
No,
to meet
you're not
whatever
allowed.
turns.
Shh, no, you're not allowed. Come on, baby. Out you come now. We've had enough eviction time now.
Grab your placenta and get out of there.
Oh, we got space in the freezer for the placenta.
Yeah, we'll make space, don't we?
On James delivered the placenta, but We didn't want the midwives to take it away, so well, it was in the utility room for ages. And then we decided to freeze it, and now we buried it in the garden underneath the blossom tree. It's our special little tree.
With her due date looming, Kathy's hoping it won't be long before there's a second placenta to bury in the garden. But only 4% of women end up giving birth exactly on their due date. While Kathy worries about possible delays, Kelly and Ali are dealing with more pressing issues. Kelly's contractions have just kicked in.
Your little brother or sister's going to be on his way soon. Not interested.
Not interested.
Yeah.
Nanny painted my name.
And Ali's poised and ready to capture every precious moment.
Oh. Excuse me.
Food. Contractions.
Really?
Yeah, love, come on, breathe. So as you can see, the contraction app is on. We are 4.5 hours into the contractions.
Into labour, not contractions.
Into labour, contractions. It's the same.
No, it's
It's
not.
the same. Oh,
Delete that bit.
we are 4 hours into labour. This is what it feels like.
Right, what, you tell me what it feels like.
Absolute agony.
You haven't got a clue.
We are going for a nice walk to try and get this baby moving. Bump is extremely bumpy. Deep breath.
Shut up, Ali.
Deep breath.
Please, be quiet.
Okay. Do you want me to hold your hand?
No, I do not.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to the whole birth thing. It doesn't, it doesn't scare me that at all. The birth doesn't scare me. It's nice to be on the other end, the receiving end. You know, I'm a nurse, so I look after patients. So I feel that it's nice to be looked after myself. Obviously, you're in a lot of pain and things, but what you get at the end of it is worth it. It's worth it all.
Just a few hours later, there's a new addition to the family.
Let me introduce you to baby Ayan. Weighing in at £8.9. Well done, Kel.
Yeah, that was hard work.
It's a magical moment for any parent. Maybe more magical for some than others.
There he is. Hello. It was joyful. It was magical.
Oh,
I
yeah.
witnessed.
Never mind you. You weren't in it. Me. It was me. It was painful. I was praying to God. I remember at one point grabbing the midwife and pleading with her to help me because I just thought, I was screaming, I was just going, I'm going to die. I'm going to die.
Despite the agony, Ayan's parents are ecstatic about their new arrival. Time will tell whether his sister is quite so thrilled. In Ammanford, mum-to-be Catherine is feeling anything but thrilled.
Hello! Oh my God! So I haven't really had the best week this week. Obviously, I'm 6 days overdue now. I feel big, I feel uncomfortable, I feel achy and tired and grumpy, and I'm just so ready now. I'm like beyond ready now, you know? Like people are texting me every day. Like one message I had was like, oh, come on, get a move on, slow court. Why are you hiding her? Hang on now, hang on a minute. Let me just tell her, let me just uncross my legs. Oh, I'm so annoyed. And like, it's my own fault because I am a chronic oversharer, like mega. I'm all over Facebook, everyone knows my due date, everyone knows my baby is on her way. You know, like I go to Tesco and I have to put like makeup on when I go there because I know I'm gonna see someone I know. And I always think like, oh, I'll just sneak in now and buy some pineapple. Oh, no chance. Everyone's like, oh, hi, hello, how's it going? Yeah, I'm still here. I must have 5-star accommodation in my womb because she's not budging.
Catherine's hoping to get things moving with a relaxing baby massage.
Do I feel stressed?
Tense up here, haven't you?
Yeah.
But there are all sorts of other traditional ideas of how to bring on a birth.
A lot of women will have curries. They think that will help, and we know that The chili affects the nerve receptors in the bowel, for instance, and that will help with the uterus contracting. Castor oil was traditionally drunk, especially up in the valleys, and of course that will give you the runs. It's going to make your uterus contract. The other thing they thought with castor oil was the baby would slide out, which I found hysterical. That doesn't happen. That is a myth. It doesn't slide out.
I feel really bad because all I'm doing is moaning. But like, you know, you spend so long looking forward to like this one date on the horizon, and then like it comes and goes, and then I've got no baby, and I'm like, where's my baby?
This baby means the world to Catherine. Like approximately 1 in 8 pregnancies, her last sadly ended in a miscarriage.
Oh, it was just such a horrible time. Even though there was nothing there was no actual baby. And you know, people could argue and say like, oh yeah, it was just a bunch of cells, but it wasn't a bunch of cells to me. You know, as soon as I saw that line, that was going to be my baby. It was just kind of like a horrible time.
You know, it's a bad thing that happened, but you know, just had to get through it and be positive and try again then.
Pregnancy is a stressful time for all expectant parents, whether the baby is late or early. In Machen, Sam and Rob are 5 weeks away from their due date.
You okay?
Yeah.
Can't forget this.
But today's the big day. After just under 8 months of waiting, the couple are poised to meet their babies.
My conscious mind says 2 girls and a boy, but I keep having dreams that there's 2 boys and a girl, so I don't know what to believe.
I'd like to say 2 girls and a boy, but I'm moving towards there being 3 girls in there, which... Nothing wrong with 3 girls, but it would be nice to have a mix, so it's a scenario I don't want to happen, but I feel like it's going to happen.
Okay.
Sam and Rob are heading out to the Royal Gwent Hospital to have an elective caesarean.
How are you feeling?
Nervous. Hello.
You okay, my darling?
I'm all right, yeah, just a bit, nervous, really.
Yeah, I know, love. It'll all be fine now. Just give me a ring when you know what sort of time it's going to be, okay? All right, then. Love you. See you later.
Okay, bye. Here we are.
At their last scan, one of the triplets appeared to have stopped growing, and the doctors have decided they must be delivered now.
The thought of having a C-section does scare me, but then the thought of giving birth to 3 babies scares me more. So I'm okay about having the C-section. I know it's the safest thing for them and for me. The plan is they are going to whip the 3 babies out really quickly. We are prepared for them to go into neonatal care immediately, and they've shown us the worst case scenario in neonatal care, so we're prepared for all the machines and all the incubators and the tubes and everything else. I just want to be able to see my babies when they're born before they get taken away, and as long as that happens, I think I'll be okay.
The triplets are at 35 weeks gestation. If they're born today, they'll be 5 weeks premature.
The more premature the baby is, the more likely they are to have setbacks and difficulties. For example, the blood supply to the brain is quite delicate. Very premature babies are prone to having hemorrhages into the brain. Their gut is not terribly mature, but the more premature babies might well need quite a lot of breathing support, because not only are their lungs small, they may not be producing the proteins that actually help the lungs to function. All the management on the neonatal intensive care unit will be geared towards giving them time without causing more harm.
For Sam and Rob, this will be a nerve-wracking day. In Cardiff, Ali and Kelly have already successfully negotiated the trauma of childbirth. But there will be more bumps in the road ahead.
Right, bringing home baby.
The journey home with baby is an exciting moment for any parent, but also a tense one after the exertions of labour.
Didn't realise.
You drives over those bloody speed bumps.
Yeah,
when I've just given birth.
Yeah, I know, that was ruthless.
I swear to God.
But that was really slow, but still.
It wasn't slow at all. I was shouting at you quite a lot.
Anyway, let me finish one second. Hello, baby. Hello, gorgeous. There we go. Are you okay with him? Yeah. Go on, Ed. I'll get the bags.
Waiting to greet her baby brother is Ali's little princess, Ayla.
Hello.
Hiya, Bobby.
Who's that? Who's that? Who is it?
Who is it?
Baby, what's his name? Ayan. That's your brother? He's sleeping. Yeah, give me a hug.
Take your gloves off.
I am now, watch it.
Take it off. Now.
They're coming off, they're coming off. They're coming off, boss.
Boss baby.
Boss baby.
Excuse me, Mark. Get down.
Mummy,
Yes.
baby's hurting me.
Do you want me to take him up?
Yeah.
For Ayla, life is about to change beyond all recognition.
I was like introducing her, and this is your baby brother, and she just looked at me. She said, I didn't want a brother, I wanted a sister. So I was like, oh, well, it's a boy, you know, you're going to be a big sister now, you've got a baby brother. And then when I told her the name, it was game over then, wasn't it? I don't like the name Ayan.
She now has competition for her parents' affections.
Gentle. She did say to me, you used to call me Baba,
yeah.
and you used to say this to me. Why are you saying that to my brother? You used to say it to me, and she's worse with Ali than she was with me because I won't tolerate it. But what is it? Wow! It's a Rapunzel doll. Wow! Wow!
Lots of parents give the siblings or a sibling presents from the baby, and this is done to try and make that child feel special, and also about the bonding between the siblings. So he's given you a present, he likes you, and you're not the baby anymore. You are the older sister or the older brother, and that's a big job. So talking to children about their new responsibility in a positive way can also help prepare them for the baby.
Mummy, I always wanted a big Rapunzel doll.
I'm gonna go and give Ayan a kiss and say thank you. Because he got you that.
It's a difficult time for a 4-year-old, and Kelly and Ali know there's still work to be done to keep Ayla on side.
Have to give Ayla that time first when I walk in, you know. The worst thing you can do is walk in and go straight to the baby boy.
It's just involving her, isn't it? That's the main thing, because children can easily be pushed out when a sibling comes, and then that's when the bad behaviour starts.
Yeah.
So as long as you involve
her in everything. You know, she has to understand that, you know, he's here now, and if I'm changing his bum or giving him a bottle, she has to get involved. We just got to deal with it, really.
Those first few hours at home are a time of utter exhaustion, but also of awe, wonder, and quiet reflection.
Just like...
You just stare.
Wow.
You don't
don't talk, yeah, you just
stare at him.
And then we were like, oh my God, it's a boy.
He's completed us now. He was the missing piece in the puzzle.
I just think he's amazing. And you're always biased to your own children, of course you will be. But he is absolutely gorgeous. We made that, Al. I wanted a high five.
I wanted more.
No, we're not having any more.
No. Shush.
In Burry Port, Kathy and Andrew are still waiting for the arrival of their second child. The birthing pool is waiting too. But Kathy is keeping herself busy, making sure her body is a temple.
I've gone completely plant-based now. I'd say it's coming up to 3 years. The placenta feeds the baby from what you put into yourself. So if you're putting rubbish in yourself, then the placenta's going to be rubbish, and therefore what your baby has is rubbish, you know? Like, I don't miss meat at all. I find meat sounds boring now, to be honest. Perhaps I think it's more of an inconvenience to other people, but then that's their problem. We don't judge other people who do eat meat or do have a different way of life. Everybody's got a choice, haven't they? So you do what's right for you and your family. I'm a bit of a hippie at heart, aren't I? I'm 3 days late at the moment, but I was 5 on James. So I think I'm destined to be late. But I'm quite excited now. I really want to know what the baby is it a boy or is it a girl? I want to meet it, I want to see it, I want to see what it looks like, you know, what you know, I just want it to be here now. But I'm being patient-ish, I think.
It's an anxious time for Sam and Rob too. They've spent the morning waiting on the maternity ward, but the moment has finally come.
Morning!
Morning.
Their last scan revealed a potential problem. Triplet number 3 seemed to have stopped growing in the womb, and the medical team are now concerned about how much treatment the baby might need.
Ready? Yeah? Okay.
Over 10 doctors, midwives and specialists are gathered in the theatre, 3 times as many as for a normal C-section.
Is it quite quick? Is that what?
Well, what will happen is that she'll be able to feel pressure and pushing, but she won't be able to feel pain.
The pain, yeah.
Feel a bit funny. Feel a bit funny? Okay, take some deep breaths, okay? Try and stay still. In through your nose and out through your mouth.
I always said I wanted to be a young mother. I wanted my first child before I was 25, but then I went to uni, so I had to shift my numbers a little bit. But so yeah, I wanted to be a young mother because my mother was quite young, and I'm really close to her, and I think that that's part of it as well.
Can you lift your legs at all? Back ready when you want.
I'd always said I wanted to be the sort of mum that if obviously I've got daughters, they can come to me and talk about things, and or a son if he wants to.
Okay.
I think I might be the shouty, snappy one that wants things done quickly, and Rob's going to be the calm, the dad that they go to ask for things because he'll probably say yes. Am I right?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I am quite a relaxed person. I'm quite calm. Things don't really wind me up.
Yeah.
So I'd like to think that I'll be like that as a dad as well. That I'm going to be really patient with them.
When we get them, don't hike down anymore. We need to call the sex out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if we can, they may lower the drain.
Okay.
If not, we'll just say.
This is it. Yeah. You feeling all right?
Okay.
You've got a little baby girl.
Congratulations.
No.
Happy birthday, little one.
Triplet number 1 is out, a 4 pound 11 ounce girl, and she appears to be healthy.
Congratulations, number 2.
1 minute later, triplet number 2 has joined her, another healthy girl. weighing £4 10 ounces. Finally, the smallest triplet emerges, another girl. And although she's only £3 13 ounces, she's in good shape.
Okay, right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
In total, Sam's been carrying nearly 13.5 pounds of baby.
Hello. Oh. Thank you. 3 girls, what am I going to do?
You okay? Welcome to the world.
All 3 triplets seem to be doing well, but they're being given oxygen through nasal tubes just to help their breathing. And their doctors aren't taking any chances. They're moving them upstairs as quickly as possible to the neonatal intensive care unit where they'll be carefully monitored. So far, Sam has barely gotten a glimpse of her 3 girls.
Wipe you up? Yeah.
I felt really proud but really worried. I mean, they say when you're a parent, it's a lifetime of worry, and it literally started as soon as they were born.
It was an emotional moment, but then it's strange because they're whisked away into a different room, and you don't really see them, and you don't get that time with them when they're born.
All 3 are breathing properly and are stable, but Sam must wait to meet her babies.
For me, it felt really lonely because I was just sort of lying there on a theatre table, looking up at 2 ladies, the anaesthetists, and they were talking to me. But it was quite a lonely place. I couldn't go and see my babies. I would have liked to have seen them, but if they needed help, they needed help.
The triplets are going to be spending their first few hours of life apart from their mum. In Burry Port, it's also been an action-packed night for Andrew.
Water going into the pool.
He started setting up the birthing pool yesterday when Kathy's contractions kicked in.
That's quite nice.
And later that afternoon, baby Jude was born.
So this is our little new arrival, Jude. Jude William Young. He looks like a little old man. Hello.
Is your dad?
Hey, my darling. I'm brand new. We haven't even bathed him yet.
No, I'll keep that newborn baby.
Yeah, he looks quite clean though, because I think he was born in the water. He's had a good
wash.
He's had a good wash already. He's all right.
James has also jumped straight into his new role as big brother.
Jimmy's been great, because we've been talking about him for such a long time, so in his mind, he was probably thinking, this is never going to happen.
Yeah. It's big brother day, it's his big brother James, because the baby's arrived this morning.
James, you go and see the baby?
Yeah.
Come on, eh?
Mine.
What's it say?
It's your baby.
What's in there, look? Wow! Who's that? He's looking at you.
This is my baby.
James, this is your little brother.
This is my baby. Hello. Hello, baby.
Hello, little brother.
Oh, little.
Yeah, you can hold you for a little hold.
I mean, one thing that can happen to the child if they have a new sibling all of a sudden is their identity might change. You know, now you're an older sister, an older brother, or you're now the big boy or the big girl. And depending on the child's age, that could be the first time that they begin to kind of see themselves as a boy or as a girl and not as a baby. So psychologically, it can be quite a stressful time for them.
Don't cry, big brother's here.
The key thing is to make sure that that sibling has enough consistency. So there's a big change with having a new baby in the house as it is, but try and make sure that everything else is quite consistent, that you stick to a typical daily routine for that child. And that child should then start to become familiar and get used to the new baby.
Bye-bye, birthing pool. Oh, darling. You all right? You still hungry? Here we go. Another half hour.
Left boob, right boob.
But yeah, swapping back and forth.
Get one boob fill
I
up.
feel bad for James when he's here because that's all I do is feed, and I can do it like one-handed, but
Oh, yes.
this
baby.
needs me
Yeah.
24/7. Yeah, literally 24/7. I think every perhaps parent's mother goes through this. How will James react when he's got to share my time, our time with another one? So that's always at the back of my mind, thinking, oh gosh, I hope he's going to be okay. I don't want him to think that he's second best, or, you know, that would break me. But yeah, I suppose every family's gone through it, haven't they? You know.
Yeah. I think it's going to be good. Well, it will be good. It's going to be challenging, but I don't think it's going to be any more challenging than when we just had James.
No.
This will be fine.
James certainly seems very taken with baby Jude, but it remains to be seen how he'll react in the days and weeks ahead. In the Glangwili General Hospital, 2 whole weeks past her due date, Catherine has finally given birth to her first child. But it was a drawn-out and traumatic 60-hour labour, followed by a full 5 days in hospital to recover.
Okay, so we are finally on our way home from hospital. Here she is! Here's the little one. Oh, look at that face. Oh, Jibs. She's all strapped in nice and safe. And we're on our way home at last.
They bring in home baby Sienna, and like all new parents, struggling to find their feet.
It's all right.
Oh my God. I'm stressing.
It's all right.
I hate it when she cries like this. It gets me paranoid. There's nothing you can do about it. Do you know what I mean?
She just needs a nap change.
Yeah, I know. Let me get this jumper off a minute.
I know it.
Oh. Come on, Lips.
Catherine is about to tackle her very first nappy change in the family home.
All right, darling. Oh, nice big sploshy poop. Nice big sploshy poop. That's what we like. Not.
They'll soon become a dab hand at that.
Oh. Lovely, jubbly. Right.
Hello,
She's so tiny and I'm scared that like we're gonna like squash her.
Darling.
You're probably hungry. Yeah?
Steady. Steady. Wow.
And silence again.
Oh, good girl. Can you believe she's here? Like, this is wild, isn't it? I can't get over it. And I'm just like chatting to her like, this is nuts. Like, I've waited for you to come out for ages. Oh.
The delivery proved far from straightforward for Catherine.
I was sucking away on this last night, right? And that just made everything 10 times worse because I absolutely lost the plot completely. I was talking complete crap, right? Just absolute utter rubbish. I said goodbye to Rich. I said, goodbye, Rich, I'm sorry. I think I'm gonna die. And I was like, it was horrible because in my head, I really believed it. And I just remember the sounds of the machines going off and this woman just saying, do it. So like I did this huge push and the way I describe her coming out was like a massive pile of like wet warm stones coming out of your butt.
It may not have turned out to be quite the fairy tale she dreamed of.
It's like it's been quite an experience and not one that I want to repeat anytime soon.
But even though it didn't go exactly according to plan, at the end of it all, she's got a healthy 7 pound 10 ounce baby girl.
Now it's lovely. Now it's lovely to have you home. It's just nice now. We can just carry on with normal life, like, and this is where the real fun begins now, isn't it?
Oh, what's that?
Oh, that was just beautiful. I can't wait to change that. Thank you.
The arrival of a new baby is a life-changing event.
Here we are.
We've got a little baby girl.
Congratulations! A moment of utter magic and pure joy.
Absolutely adored this little girl. Hello, baby.
But what really happens when a baby comes home?
Everything in your life changes in that instant.
Sick everywhere. We following 7 sets of new parents and their 10 little bundles of joy to find out what goes on in the first months.
I'm actually probably a little bit scared of my own babies.
We'll be with them through the ups.
It's the snow!
And downs.
It feels kind of like hot poker being stabbed right through my nipple.
As they set out on one of life's greatest adventures.
I thought by now I'd had a breakdown, like every new parent.
You know, we have made a few purchases.
Becoming a family. This is a snapshot of what it's like to bring up a baby in the 21st century.
This is not a film premiere. You've just got to get through it, one way or another.
Yeah. The baby bubble. Those first precious few weeks at home with a newborn. For parents, it's a time of worry and wonder.
Beautiful little face.
Discovery, despair.
Oh my gosh, this is not for me.
That's so nerve-wracking.
Excitement and exhaustion.
We've had about an hour's sleep.
Tears and tantrums.
This is annoying me already.
Oh, your daddy is well grumpy.
For all families, the first few weeks will test their patience, their relationships, and maybe even their sanity.
It all feels really real now.
Really looking forward to it, but myself a little.
It's the first 24 hours in the baby bubble that can be the hardest. 33-year-old police worker Catherine and 37-year-old chef Richard wanted a picture-perfect birth.
I remember saying, like, oh, I'm going to be one of those mums that just, like, goes out, goes for coffee, you know, takes Instagram photos. What the hell was I thinking, seriously?
So far, it's been nothing like the fairy tale she'd been hoping for. Catherine's 60-hour labour was more like a nightmare.
It's like it's been quite an experience and not one that I want to repeat anytime soon. I don't think I ever thought it was going to be quite this hard. I thought I would just, like, take everything in my stride.
Eventually, Catherine delivered a healthy baby girl, Sienna. After 5 days recovering in hospital, she's finally home. But their first night together as a family didn't go entirely to plan.
Last night was an experience. I would say she probably woke up, like, about 10 times. And she was, like, feeding constantly as well, feeding, falling asleep, you know, winding back in. And then, like, you know, she was doing some, like, massive poo explosions as well. So, like, Rich was, like, changing her in between and stuff. And, like, when you're in hospital, all I could think about every day was, like, I just can't wait to be back in my own bed. But all it was me being back in my own bed, not being able to sleep in it. It's hard, like, it is hard. my boobs are raw, basically. They're really, really painful. And, like, it's uncomfortable for me, like, beyond uncomfortable when she's feeding now.
Bringing the baby home is probably one of the biggest experience of a person's life. All of a sudden, you feel incredibly isolated and abandoned and on your own, and you're not sure if you're doing it properly. How do you know? You've never done it before. The first 2 weeks of the Babymoon is about having that time to settle and to start getting to know the baby, to start understanding the baby's needs, the cries, which cry means what. So it's a very, very crucial time.
She looks like a little tortoise. Oh my gosh, that's definitely off round, that is.
It's the moment you realise you're solely responsible for a person's life.
I'm not going to pretend to be Supermum because I don't think anyone is Supermum in the first fortnight. I don't think anyone's ever going to be Supermum. I just don't see the point of trying to have like an immaculate house and perfectly made up face. I'm not here to do anything to look like anything. I'm just here to look after my girl, and that's all I need to do, and that's all I want to do. So that's it. This is her home now. She's here with me, with us, and it's like now I think it's starting to kind of like kick in that this is what kind of like finding out what new life in this house is going to be like now.
These first weeks are a period of adjustment for both baby and parents.
Oh, Squeaky McSqueak is waking up. Morning.
But some couples are determined their lives won't change all that much. Coffee shop manager Ryan and civil servant Sarah are parents of newborn baby Holly. The pair are tucked away in their Newport home, shell-shocked and spellbound in equal measure.
Still kind of a state of disbelief, really, that she's here.
I just can't believe that she was in me.
Hey, Sarah!
Ever since becoming an item, they dreamt of starting a family.
We had the conversation of, do you want kids? Well, I want kids. Do you want kids? I want kids. Fine, I'm glad you want kids. Should we get kids together? Fantastic.
They're a bit like chalk and cheese. He enjoys playing in his band. She's into reading and walking. But their shared passion for travel really bound them together.
No. Oh, come on.
And they both believe their busy way of life won't have to change just because they've had a baby.
People have said, well, you know, you can't do acting anymore. So I'm just going to have to try and find ways for me to still do acting and still do the theatre.
Yeah, well, you can't be in your band anymore.
I can't be...
Like, why? Why does our lives have to stop?
Sarah, you can't see your friends and go out anymore. You can't do lunches. Why not? I know so many friends of mine that have said, oh, you know, life stops when you have a kid. Oh, you can't go out anymore. You can't do this anymore.
That's it now. No more travelling.
No more travelling.
That's what they say. Cause that's what we do as a couple. So if someone says no more travelling,
we might as well split up then.
Most importantly, they want to keep exploring the beautiful world out there with baby Holly in tow.
Words. All right, gorgeous. Want some food now, sweetie pie? I think you do. I think you do. We've already talked about where we're going to take her on holiday. You know, we've already planned 3 trips already. We're not going to stop being the couple that we are.
no, we're just gonna.
She's just going to add
She's
to
just gonna
that.
add to it, yeah.
But already she's not quite fitting in with their plans. Holly's birth came 2 weeks ahead of schedule.
We weren't expecting
yeah.
Holly to be so tiny.
The midwife went, oh, she's small. She's like the size of a premature baby.
And we were literally like, oh, sugar.
We haven't got any clothes.
You know, what are we going to take her home in? In a way, it is like a miracle, you know. A very gruesome 22-hour miracle. Do you know what? The moment where she grabbed my finger for the first time and looked at me, that was the most beautiful moment. That's the moment where you know your life is never going to be the same again.
With newborn babies and the mother or the father, there is a thing we call a love loop. And what that is, when the baby and the mother or the father starts to really focus on each other, starts to kind of learn how to be together. And just having that one-to-one time with a baby helps the bonding, but also it releases some endorphins in the brain. Those endorphins then make you feel happier, they make you feel more positive, and it helps build on that love between the baby and the parent.
Holly. Holly, Holly, Holly.
For now, this happy couple are bonding with their baby in the bubble. Some couples have a very different introduction to family life. 1 in 9 babies born in Wales will need to be taken care of in a neonatal unit. And it's on one such ward that Machen couples Sam and Rob are currently spending every waking moment.
Yeah, she is. Hello.
You just watch them all day, can't you?
Oh, get her out.
Their triplets have now had 5 nights on the ward. They were delivered a full month before their due date.
Hey, baby girl.
At birth, each weighed under 5 pounds, and right after delivery, they were separated from Sam.
It was really hard because I was on a ward with other ladies who'd had their babies and they were by their bedside and you could hear them crying, you could hear them feeding them, so really emotional to be sort of in that environment and not have your babies with you, really. I remember feeling basically, I don't want to be here, I want to be with my babies. I couldn't see the girls for so long. It felt like a lifetime. They were born at 11:15 in the morning. I couldn't see them till 8 o'clock at night. Is anyone else awake?
I don't know. I doubt it.
The triplets had to be kept under observation in intensive care, as there can be complications with babies born before their due dates.
The most obvious problem which premature babies may have from delivery onwards is with their lungs, the lungs not being adequately mature. So what you're trying to do really is buy them time to grow. Each baby will be constantly supervised and monitored, so you can see things like their heart rate, we can check that they're breathing, you can look at their oxygen levels and so on, and really keep a minute-by-minute view of what's going on and intervene as appropriate.
The 3 girls are all gaining weight, getting stronger, and have all come off life support.
They've made so much progress. We didn't expect them to be this well.
So early on.
So early on. Oh, I can't wait to get them home.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting them home. And start our lives then with 3 baby girls.
Sam and Rob have now named their girls, Flora, Alice and Ella. But naming a child can be something of a dilemma. Narrowing down the shortlist and reaching an agreement might test a relationship. Some relationships more than others.
Oh yeah, let's pull up the baby name, shall we? God, there's lots.
Yeah. It's hard though, see, there are loads of names.
Fritz, Vincent, Floyd. Floyd, no.
Zeppelin, maybe. Ridiculous.
Rudolph is in. Dougie.
Yeah.
Casper. It's just too ghostly. No, not for me.
44-year-old Tristan and 40-year-old Katie are a footloose and fancy-free couple who live in Cardiff.
We met at a scooter rally, and my first sighting was Katie walking across the campsite with a cool box in one hand and, you know, a sleeping bag in the other. I thought, oh, hello. Later that evening, after a few beers, you know, we had our first kiss.
We were very subtly set up, I think. So, yeah, I had no idea that I was going to meet the love of my life on that weekend.
Oh.
The most popular names in the UK today are Oliver and Olivia, but Tristan and Katie are keeping all their options open.
Sylvester? What's this?
Sylvester McCoy, Doctor Who.
No! Sylvester the cat. But there you go, the actual number of names we've taken through to the next round is 68. That's better than 800.
Oh, right, OK. You've gone for some that I've given zeros to.
Yes. See the look.
Yeah.
The name game's doubly hard for this couple as they're expecting 2.
How long is your list of girls' names,
Oh, let's go down. Have you added some to this as well?
I don't think.
We're looking at 526.
OK.
Oh, you have added a few.
I have added a few.
Scarlett, Roxy.
Yeah.
Roxy, cool. Leia's not even in there. Did you delete it?
No.
but it's not going through because you won't let it.
Definitely not going through.
And names aren't the only bone of contention.
Ever since going to see Star Wars in '77 as a 4-year-old kid, been hooked. It's become a bit of an obsession. I don't think a lot of people would put up with this in the front room, but you know, she tolerates it. It's always been love me, love my Star Wars, love my scooters, and you know, she does. I've been allowed to call them Luke and Leia while they're still inside, but...
With Tris being a huge Star Wars fan, that was quite important.
It's quite clear that that's not allowed once they come out into the real world. No. So at the end of the day, they're things. You know, there's something I enjoy doing, but I can get by without, and you know, but I don't think I'll get by without the kids. Oh, what's that? Look how blobby that is. You can still see a head and a body.
Yeah.
You know, I always had that thought I'd love kids. Is it ever going to happen? Didn't think so 15 years ago. But now it is, and it's sort of basically brilliant, you know. When I saw that on the monitor, it was like, oh, thing 1 and thing 2. Really looking forward to it, really looking forward to it. But shitting myself a little.
It was about 10 weeks, and I'd had some minor complications, so they'd sent us in for an emergency scan. In the scan, the first thing they do is tell you that there's heartbeats, and she immediately said 2 heartbeats, so that was when we kind of had a bit of a jolt. But yeah, that's 2. And then ever since, it's been proven that there's definitely 2 little people in there.
Little people. You know, obviously we're no spring chickens, so I think to get, you know, 2 children is perfect. You know, and especially a little boy and a little girl is couldn't be better. Wonder if I could spray this onto my scooter.
Apparently, it is more common in ladies over 35, and I'm in that age bracket. I'm officially a geriatric mother-to-be, being over 35, and apparently it is more common.
The average age of mums is steadily increasing in the UK and now stands at 30.4 years old. Tristan and Katie's twins are now due in a couple of weeks' time, and the pair have been getting ready for the arrival.
You know, we have made a few purchases.
They've got to be careful, as space in their city centre flat is at a premium.
We're not in the ideal accommodation. For another 2, it's going to get pretty cramped pretty quick. You know, is that where am I going to put this? I filled the garage already.
Most parents will prepare and, you know, buggies and perhaps do the nursery out. But I mean, not everybody's got the money to do that or the space. And years ago, when up in the valleys, when I was a community midwife, and it was very poor up there, you know, babies would come home and go into drawers. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. The baby just needs a space of its own.
When the babies come home, Tristan might have some tough decisions to make. May the force be with him.
I'm trying to stop, but it just won't. It's every time they bring a new one out, I think, shall I, shan't I? I and ah about it, and then end up getting it, evidently. You know, people say you grow out of things. I don't think you have to.
With the arrival of a baby, many parents struggle to adjust and have to make sacrifices. Ryan, in Newport, is certainly finding it more challenging than expected.
I don't think I've ever spent so much time in one room. It drove me bonkers. Hi, Holly. You okay, sweetie pie? Hello.
Partly to keep himself occupied, he's capturing every stage of baby Holly's development on camera.
I read on the internet, apparently, if I poke my tongue out, then you might poke your tongue out too.
But don't believe everything you read on the internet.
Hello.
Babies don't really mimic until they're about a year old or perhaps a little bit older. But a lot of what babies will do, things like sticking their tongues out and opening their mouths, they will do anyway.
Oi, up by here.
But of course, whether they're doing it as mimicry or doing it because they're stimulated, it doesn't really matter.
It's my super little girl.
It's good bonding, it's good relationship building between the parent and the baby.
The fact that you're talking to the baby and you're communicating with the baby is the most important thing, and however you do that it doesn't matter. As long as you're communicating with that baby somehow and early and often and not looking at your phone, that's the most important thing.
Holly is now 1 week old, and despite their friends' bleak predictions, Ryan and Sarah are managing to maintain standards.
But it has been a week.
It has been
crazy week.
Yeah. A week which
But-
we've got very little sleep, but are actually doing really well.
Yeah.
A week where we've had hot meals.
Mm.
I didn't think that people kept saying to me, "Oh, you'll never have a hot meal again. No, you're never going to cook again." I've done a roast this week. I've done 2 roasts and a stir fry.
But Ryan is itching to break out of the bubble.
For me personally, it's been a very tough week because I've only left the house about 3 times and I'm going a bit stir crazy. Because I'm always the kind of guy that's on the go, doing this, doing that. Put it this way, I want to start taking her out and seeing places and seeing people and doing things.
Yeah.
He's decided to take Holly on her first big adventure.
We're about to enter a very big moment in our little girl's life. It is her first trip outside. How you feeling, Mum?
Bit nervous.
We're going to throw life at her. Like, I want her to experience everything she possibly can and just open her eyes to how such an amazing, incredible world we live in. It doesn't stop at the boundary of Newport.
With a newborn, even a gentle stroll can seem fraught with hazard.
Going out of the house after being in the house for so long, yeah, leaving that security was terrifying.
Yeah, we're good.
And like crossing the roads with her for the first time. It's just stupid, like
Right,
small...
look 3 times. What?
There's
Both
there are
ways?
no cars. I'm like, well, just look.
Check.
Where do we cross by here now?
Good question.
Oh, there's an island.
We'll go to the island by there.
Now we're just gonna cross a busy road. Look both ways.
Rumble, 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 rumble. For me, it was really important. I just didn't want Sarah or Holly to get into the routine of just eat, sleep, repeat, eat, sleep, repeat.
See a duck?
Is that a duck?
It's ducks. Do you want to do the best for her as well? You want to do the best, like...
You want to be #1 mum?
Yeah.
For now, the outskirts of Newport will have to be adventure enough. Over in Ammanford, Catherine and Richard aren't ready to go anywhere just yet.
I'm lost.
Oh no, here we go. Come on. Well done. Well done.
They're fully immersed in the bubble and are slowly getting into the swing of it, one nappy change at a time.
That first night was like a bit of a blur. Like, I can't really fully remember what was going on. I just know that I just didn't sleep for like 48 hours and it was all just exhausting. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, this is not for me. I can't do this. I don't know what I'm doing. But then literally another 24 hours later, things just changed, didn't they? And then she suddenly slept for 4 hours and I was like, wow, you know, that's the longest sleep I've had in like 5 days. And we've established like a little routine between us as well. Like, you're Mr. Nappy Man and I'm Mrs. Boob Girl. And that's just how it works.
I was a bit shocked, to be honest. I was a bit like, oh my God, this amount of responsibility.
Yeah.
But you get used to it and you just do it and you know you have to look after them, so it just becomes normal.
But yeah, feeling a lot better a week in than I was this time last week, that's for sure.
Hello, baby.
They're all gradually easing into the new routine. Sam and Rob from Machen are nowhere near that stage. Their girls are still under supervision in hospital, though now out of intensive care. The couple have been sleeping at home, but the hospital has just called and asked them to stay on the ward tonight.
So tonight we are rooming in at the hospital on the neonatal unit, and we have 1, 2, 3 babies staying the night with us. Let the sleepless nights begin.
They need to prove they can cope with the triplet workload, and this is a chance for a practice run with expert backup on hand. The girls also have a number of medical tests of their own still to pass.
So last night we spent our first night all together as a family in the bedroom on the neonatal unit, and we've had about an hour's sleep.
First night's the toughest night, I think, isn't it?
It was exhausting. It is hard.
We were expecting it maybe to be another week or so, didn't we?
Yeah.
But then, getting that phone call was like, oh, this is it now.
We can't wait for them to come home, but now it's actually happening. I think it's fear. You know, can we do this? Look after 3 babies. It all feels really real now.
Yeah.
We've got to be grown up now, haven't we?
I know.
It is going to change our lives forever.
The novice parents have to show they can manage a complicated feeding rota, all under the watchful eye of a nurse.
So Alice and Flora will now be on 60 mils, and Ella will be 37 mils. Yeah, all good. I think one more night in the bedroom, and
We'll be fine,
get into that routine.
Can only get easier than last night, can't it? Oh, it's a big yawn. It's a big one.
They're being taught how to be triplet parents.
Are we ready? It's a good girl. You're so clever. You're not even supposed to be born yet, and look, you're drinking from a big girl's bottle.
The thing is, Flora and Alice are on 4-hourly feeds, but then Ella's on a 3-hourly feed, so they're not in sync.
Come on.
Most parents can expect to have to feed their newborn around every 3 to 4 hours for the first weeks. Imagine that with triplets.
We're still learning, but we're getting there, aren't we?
All right, come on then, Alice. Ella, not Alice.
Uh-oh, it starts already.
It's the sleep deprivation.
Alice.
It's gruelling, repetitive and demanding work.
Oh dear. I think the size of them for me was like, oh, am I going to be okay touching them? Can I hold them out?
Yeah. When we were feeding them, they were sat on our lap, and you think, oh my gosh, I'm really responsible for this. And winding them, I think we were the most gentle winders in the world. And the nurses are like, oh, you've got to be a bit more firm than that.
Can you bring your wind up?
Oh, that was a good one.
There we go, that's a good girl.
The girls themselves certainly don't seem unhappy about formula feeding.
It's special formula for prem babies. I'm not making enough milk for them. I'm broken. It was never going to be a viable option for 3 babies. Some women manage to do it, but not me. That's okay. You still grow up big and strong, won't you? Such a small baby.
It's all finished? Oh no, it's not.
So how are they feeding?
All right, yeah. She's not got much left. She's slowing down a bit now, but she's all right. She's finished, isn't she?
Yeah, she finished about 10 minutes, I think.
Oh, brilliant. Got a little Valentine's present off the Triplets.
Don't make me cry now.
So to Mummy and Daddy, happy Valentine's Day. We love you both very much. Lots of love, Flora, Alice and Ella.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
All right,
Okay?
thanks, Holly.
All right, no problem.
It's all finished.
Ella's finished, yes. Look. She's a big girl.
It's a steep learning curve, but Sam and Rob are feeling ready to bring their babies home.
You're ready to come home, aren't you? You're ready to come home?
And for Tristan and Katie, the big day has finally arrived.
Right, hello. So, we're just about to leave to go to hospital to have the delivery of our little twins. My gorgeous wife is nice and ready. Excited, but a bit apprehensive. Don't know what's, obviously never done this before, but, it's going to be fun, and I'm sure we can deal with it all.
Katie is booked in for a caesarean, which is very common with twin births.
Here we are. All dressed up ready for the off.
Everybody says try not to overthink it in advance because you get yourself into a tiz which is not helpful or healthy.
You know, this thing's been happening for billions of years, and I don't think, you know, we're going to come across something we can't deal with.
Let's hope not. But we're next, apparently, and the babies are definitely making themselves known. We've had time to think about it and prepare, and can't wait to meet them.
Right. It's not long now.
I think she's still going.
Yes, she is. Babes, this is just unbelievable. Oh, God, it's still coming out! How? How are you doing this?
Adventure junkies Ryan and Sarah had always hoped to simply slot a baby into their busy lives.
Well done, gorgeous, well done.
And sure enough, just 2 weeks after Holly's birth, they're off to London.
We wanted to see this musical. We wanted to see it for 3 years.
We tried to see it when we were in New York. We tried to get tickets, couldn't get tickets.
It was just sold out every day. So that's why we're biting the bullet today. Leaving our 2-week-old.
Hello. Hello, little Holly.
Ryan's mum, Julie, knows all about raising children, having brought up 2 of her own. Despite that, Ryan's convinced she needs a crash course in baby minding.
Right, so that is the Royal Gwen Hospital's birth centre number. If there's any concern about her health.
Nappies, you'll be able to tell when she's done a wee. So at the moment, the line's yellow.
Yellow.
Oh, right,
when she's weed or pooed, it turns blue.
Got bibs.
Right, yeah.
Just a hand. Bib,
Same
and there's another
thing.
bib, and there's bibs everywhere. Have lots of bibs handy.
It
Right,
does, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Right.
pop that on there.
Right.
Now, this is quite hot right now because, of course, it's just been done. So pop that in there, turn it to 3. You can just grab it and go.
Right.
Pop straight in, go for the next one.
With plans in place, they're set for the big handover.
If you feed her now.
Right, okay.
I think
Got any questions, Laura?
it'll make the handover quicker, easier, because she might want to stay on.
A lot of mums don't want to give their baby up, thank you very much. They've just had this baby and nobody's going to hold it for at least a day because I've got it now and I want it. So some mums are a little bit unwilling to give the baby up. But I think within the first 6 weeks you should have at least have gone on a date with your partner and left the baby for the evening with somebody that you trust, just to get back to normal.
Honey, let me put it.
You got to wrestle with her out. She tends to like put her hands in her mouth, so you got to try and shove the bottle in.
Yeah, that's better.
There we go.
That's better.
Right then.
Bye.
Bye bye. Have a good time.
We promised not to cry all the way to London.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
let's go. Right.
Right. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good time. Take care.
I think because she's fed, I think that was the key.
Yeah.
I think because I knew she was hungry, giving her to your mum to like feed her and calm her, and then when I saw that she was
knows what she's
asleep
doing.
and she was fine, I was like, right, okay, I can leave.
Okay.
Oh, it's still so nerve-wracking, but
it's okay. It'll be worth it.
okay.
I think it's sort of taken them a lot of soul searching to think, oh, shall we go? But hopefully once they're there, they'll relax and enjoy it, and I'm sure I'll be getting some texts and phone calls and
Tristan and Katie are trying their best to relax into home life with their twins. While Katie's recovering, he's been thrown into the deep end, looking after newly named Louis and Roxanne.
Come on, Roxy. Come on. Oh. Like a little baby conveyor belt, out she comes. There you go. Eyes open, wide awake. Katie is upstairs having her little respite. You know, it's easier said than done, but we do try and get one of us to take on 2 feeds so the other one can have that time to sleep. I think it's averaging, my shift I can get probably 3 hours. We are tired. We are, you know, feeding off adrenaline, I suppose, for a little bit. So he's a little angel to change feed, whereas this is the one, she's a bit more temperamental, as you can see. But yeah, very happy with both. They're absolutely gorgeous. Let's have a look.
The couple are wiped out, but the caesarean birth all went very smoothly, and Tristan stepped up when needed.
In the delivery room, it was quite nice because I was holding Katie's hand and I cut the cord. Didn't think I would do that, but Katie volunteered me. Not what I expected. You know, I've always expected it to be a nice brown or black tube because you only really see the dry end, but it's white. Big fat udon noodle. This is what got me through it. It's the Pocket Commando Dad Basic Training Book.
While recovering in hospital, it became clear that Louis would need some tests.
Coming home and just being able to do what we need for the kids, it's brilliant. You know, especially with the added complications when we weren't sure the full extent of Louis' problems. They've come back and said he's at the mild end of Down syndrome, which is, you know, upsetting, but, you know, won't make any difference to me and Katie. It was more waiting for the tests to make sure that he didn't have the serious implications, any heart conditions, any breathing or circulation issues, which they've all come back fine, which as soon as that we were told that was, you know, a great weight off your mind, and I think we both had a little cry. Obviously Katie and I are older and the risk is higher. I didn't really look into it too much before because it's, you know, it didn't concern me. They asked us if we wanted the test and we said no, because it wouldn't have changed anything. You know, it may have given us a bit more time to get used to the idea, but, you know, it's fine. You know, the only concern we've ever had is their well-being. It was difficult telling family, and we haven't yet told friends, but we will. And it's one of those things, do we wait to see them face to face and just tell them? You know, mention it as calmly and just bring it up in conversation. It's not, you almost make a deal out of it if you announce it. You know, if we phone people up especially to tell him that he's got Down syndrome, is making much more of a meal of it than I think it deserves, you know. Makes no difference, he's our little boy. You know, we don't know what the future's going to bring, but it's going to be bright, I tell you, with these little two. But here he is, little Louis. Or sometimes we call him Pooey Louis in the mornings. Beautiful little face.
In London, Ryan and Sarah are 7 hours into their first day away from baby Holly. They've decided to check on things at home by FaceTiming their 2-week-old daughter.
Hello.
Hello.
Turn your camera the other way around. She's upside down. There she is. Hi, gorgeous. Oh no. Oh. This is not filling me with lots of hope.
No, I don't think we should have done that.
We shouldn't have done that.
We should have just spoken to your mum.
We're at Westminster Cathedral and we've had a bit of an episode about worrying about Holly. This is like the silliest thing I think we've ever done. We shouldn't have left so soon. We're just stressing and worrying so much. We know she's fine, we know she's okay, but we're so worried.
Back in Ammanford, Catherine and Richard are also planning a trip. but they're taking their baby with them.
Come on in. Let's go, let's go.
They've spent a full 2 weeks locked in their baby bubble, and cabin fever has set in. To relieve the pressure, they're going on their first family outing. But they're discovering that just getting out the front door with a baby is a bit like organising an expedition.
Got everything now, Rich, haven't I? I don't know. I've got her jacket, got money, got all her nappies and everything. A couple of changes of clothes just in case we have a post-loading.
It seems sleep deprivation can make you a bit forgetful.
I hope I turn my straighteners off. What? I hope I turn my straighteners off.
Are you serious? Are you really serious?
I can't remember turning them off, but it doesn't mean I didn't turn them off.
Really?
And tetchy.
I can't see.
Keep going, keep going, keep
I
going,
can't
keep
see.
going, keep going. Stop.
Stop.
And then straighten up a bit.
Oh, flipping heck, Kat. This is annoying me already.
Well, Rich, it's your silly fault, babe, because I did tell you just to park in that car park.
Park down here.
No, yeah, I said park in that space that we were going to park in the first place.
Jeez.
Hurrah. Oh, your daddy is well grumpy.
The couple have come to one of their favourite places, Oxwich Bay.
Ah. Ah. I feel all romantic. Oh, it looks so pretty. It looks so pretty, look. You're going to be on this beach one day, playing in the sand when Mummy and Daddy were walking.
This beach holds special memories for Catherine and Rich. They got married on this very spot a couple of years ago.
It's been a long time since the wedding, but at the same time, like, it doesn't feel that long now that I'm actually sat here. You know, it could have been like 2 weeks ago. Literally, I remember everything. I was a bit drunk, but I do remember everything. And it's like, when you think back to that and then think back to where we are now, everything's changed since we were like running down this beach all carefree.
It seems Catherine is coming to terms with the reality of being a parent.
Beforehand, you know, you have these kind of like ideas of what it's going to be like to be a mother. You know, I just thought like every day, you know, I'd just be like playing with her, it'd be nice, and then we'd just go out for like walks in the pram and go for coffee and, you know, go out for lunch and just have nice Instagram photos of how perfect everything is. And oh my God, like, it's just nothing like that. It's absolutely could not be further from the truth. Before, I used to have those kind of showers that you spend like about 45 minutes in there and do everything from top to toe and come out and do my nails and everything. Now I'm like 10 minutes in and out.
I think I managed to play like a couple of hours of Xbox, but that's about it really. I don't really care about it anymore, to be honest.
Goodbye to the old life. No longer is that steady just going to be for me. Putting my feet up, chilling out, watching, you know, The Only Way is Essex. Although I'd still do watch that. And, you know, it was just that kind of like feeling of just, this is it. This is our new life, her new home. This isn't just our home anymore. This is her home now. And yeah, it's a really nice feeling actually. You know, I just feel as if like there's a new part of me now.
After a challenging birth and a slightly bumpy start, Catherine and Richard are learning to really enjoy their new roles.
So, cheers, babe. Woohoo!
Cheers.
All right, babes. Lunchtime for you as well, innit?
In Newport, it's somewhere around 2 a.m, and following a disastrous trip to London, new parents Ryan and Sarah are safely home.
It's cold out there.
They're desperate to be reunited with their baby girl.
Hello, she is. There she is.
Fast asleep. I kind of want to just hold her.
You want to hold her.
Are you gorgeous? How you doing?
Do you want to go to Mummy?
Oh,
You want to go to Mummy?
Nice and hot.
Oh, hello.
Oh. I suppose now it's kind of silly in a way. You kind of look back on it and go,
yeah, why were we
so worried?
So
and why
stressed,
were we
so stressed, but we didn't. I know we didn't need to be, but I think we just worked ourselves out, didn't we?
Worked ourselves up, and then we had that FaceTime,
which we shouldn't
have done. We should not have done that. I'm just so tired. I'm glad to be back. I'm just so glad I go to bed. I say go to bed. It depends if this one's going to let me go to bed and let me have some sleep.
True.
Hi there, Louis. Dinner time.
Over in Cardiff, Tristan and Katie are trying to find a routine with their twins, Roxanne and Louis.
So that's it. The peacefulness of this feed.
Just a brief bit of peace and quiet.
Despite having 2 babies to contend with, they work in really well as a team.
What do you want me to do?
I'm still really focused on just getting through day by day, week by week, month by month at the moment. One day we'll master the art of bathing on our own, but not yet.
Right then, Louis. It's time for you to go swimming.
One thing that we are having to consider is naturally the fact that Louis has Down syndrome, so there's different options for him. He should lead a mostly mainstream life.
Bless you.
That's definitely something that's on my mind a lot, is, you know, making sure that he has the same opportunities as Roxanne does. Does he need a bit of pseudocreme in his neck? It's a bit rashy.
He's okay.
Yeah?
He's okay.
And he's got to have his face and neck.
I did it with the bathwater, it's fine. He'll be all right.
He's supposed to use sterile water.
He's just okay. He's okay,
Tristan.
Katie.
I'm not very happy that Trish has done his face with bath water. Was it before or after he'd been in it?
He was in it. I watched him while he was in it. It's fine, Katie.
Did you do his eyes while he was in the bath?
No, I didn't do his eyes at all.
Ah, so we still need to do his eyes.
He's a funny little fella. But yeah, I mean, you know, because at the beginning I did spend a bit more time with him, so, you know, I sort of see quirks and like the quirks.
Yeah, I think the main thing for me is that I want to make sure that he is happy, and he's mainly quite easy to please, but I think as his body develops, we'll see it might be more frustrating for him, and that's something that makes me cry, as you can see, because I want him to be just as happy as she is, and if he can't tell us that he's not happy, then that's quite difficult. And I think I have a more emotional view on both of them, and, you know, making sure that they are content and feel loved and secure and that kind of thing. So obviously I spend all day with them, and I gave birth to them, so there's naturally that kind of maternal bond with both of them, and making sure that they're happy. Every day there's a challenge. Every day I'm close to tears, and I'm not. You know, you think, oh, Tristan says, why are you still crying? Like, well, you know, very tired all the time makes life a little bit more challenging. Tristan, what do you think of your stormtrooper daughter?
She's good. Don't let those prisoners escape, or Louis will have trouble, eh?
At the Royal Gwent Hospital, it's a momentous day for Sam and Rob.
Yeah.
So have you got plenty of people in to help?
The grandparents are on, they can't wait because they haven't been able to see them very much in here.
Yeah, okay, so we just need to get all the final bits and bobs done.
Okay.
And we'll get you home today. All right.
Thank you.
Good luck, because this is where the fun starts.
I know. We'll be coming back in a few hours, so we're knocking on the door.
Yeah. You'll be fine. You will. You won't get any sleep, but you'll be fine.
No, yeah, they'll be fine. We won't be.
They're about to begin their new life as a family. The triplets are heading home a full 3 weeks ahead of schedule.
Good girl. Good girl. Nowhere near enough prepared, but I don't think you can ever be prepared for even bringing one baby home, let alone 3. We'd obviously not had a chance to practice because we didn't have a baby. We didn't know how to use the car seats or the pram, so it was a lot of fumbling trying to fasten them into these things. But we were just desperate to go home. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Yeah, I'll get the door.
I was conscious of time and thinking, yeah, we've got to get these babies home, it's getting later. But yeah, it was exciting getting them home.
Until now, they've had experts guiding them at every stage.
I know, sweetheart.
But as of today, these 3 fragile lives will be solely their responsibility.
Rob, I can't do it.
OK, I'll sort it now.
They're soon running into their first challenge. 3 babies take up the entire back seat of a people carrier, making it hard to keep an eye on them all.
We didn't have mirrors in the car, and all 3 girls were in the back, rear facing, so we couldn't see them, and they were quite quiet, so it was really a really nervous drive home.
Okay, my girlies. Is that all right?
After nearly 8 months in the womb and 2 weeks in hospital, Flora, Alice and Ella are finally home.
I was carrying Ella and I was just crying as I was walking up the path. Just relief again, I think. It feels like, our new life can begin now, and that this is our life with them.
And they feel like, oh, they're finally ours now, there's no one else to share them with. They're ours now, they're home.
Yeah.
The arrival of a new baby is a life-changing event.
Here we are. We've got a little baby girl. Congratulations.
A moment of utter magic and pure joy.
Absolutely adored this little girl.
Hello, baby.
But what really happens when a baby comes home?
Everything in your life changes in that instant.
Sick everywhere.
We following 7 sets of new parents and their 10 little bundles of joy to find out what goes on in the first months.
What was I crying about?
I'm actually probably a little bit scared of my own babies.
We'll be with them through the ups.
It's the snow!
And downs.
It feels kind of like hot poker being stabbed right through my nipple.
As they set out on one of life's greatest adventures.
I thought by now I'd had a breakdown, like every new parent.
We have made a few purchases.
Becoming a family. This is a snapshot of what it's like to bring up a baby in the 21st century.
This is not a film premiere. You've just got to get through it, one way or another.
Yay!
Look at you.
The honeymoon period is over for our new parents.
So difficult.
The bliss of the baby bubble has been broken.
I just feel like, can I do it? I've only got 2 hands.
They're about to confront the realities of their new lives.
It's hard going. The mammy guilt is just killing me.
No break.
Ayla, get dressed. Come on. Ali, get out.
No sleep.
But she would not settle in her cot.
Enjoy sleep.
The world's most demanding boss. And a whole heap of worries.
Going to bed every night, you think, oh God, what's tonight going to bring?
This is where the real work starts. Many parents survive the first month hunkered down in the safe haven of their home, adjusting to life with a newborn. Or 3. Sam and Rob from Machen brought their triplets home from hospital a few weeks ago. And it's not been easy.
When you bring them home and it's just you feel so responsible, and we didn't have 1 baby to worry about, we had 3 babies to worry about, and I think it was really overwhelming.
10 minutes away from booking a one-way flight to Buenos Aires or something at one point.
All day, Every day, it's been a never-ending conveyor belt of childcare. But a few weeks in, they're at least settling into a routine.
Here is our setup for bath time. 3 piles of clothes ready to go. 3 towels, 3 babies, 3 of everything. It was tough initially, yeah. It became a lot more manageable after about 3 weeks, would you say?
Yeah, it probably was 3 weeks, felt about 8 years. But...
Yeah.
Today's a significant date, the girl's 1-month birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Flora, Alice and Ella. Happy birthday to you.
And they finally plucked up the courage to leave the nest.
This is the official first
This is
outing, I think.
Well, we're not going to turn back straight away, hopefully.
It's something of a relay race just loading up the car.
Right, here we go.
As desperate as I was to get out of the house because I was having a bit of cabin fever, it's such an effort to get them out of the house and so many worries to think about.
Here we go.
Rob, the history buff, has made an interesting choice for a day out with 3 tiny newborns, a windswept Caerphilly castle.
Yep, see, the largest castle in Wales. 1268 it was built.
You okay?
Yeah. You all right?
Yeah. Here come the triplets.
If we go into the castle.
And if leaving the house with 3 babies was complicated, pushing them around a windy Welsh castle is proving a real challenge.
Ooh, this is a bumpy one. It's really bumpy. She was bumping around like mad.
Well, access for a pram wasn't a major consideration when this place was built back in the 13th century. But it's not just the pram that's causing some stress.
Turn them round, the wind is catching them there.
I didn't realise it was this windy. It wasn't this windy earlier. Somebody's not happy. You okay?
The wind is hitting them right here.
Okay, right. It's okay.
Her cheeks are really red.
Are they? Is that not just her going mad?
Well, it could be because she cried or it could be because she's cold.
She's probably hungry now.
The worry's all too much, and after just 15 minutes, the triplets' first history lesson has come to an abrupt end.
Put them through enough.
All I want to do is protect them now. I don't care about protecting either of us, to be honest. I really don't. It's like you have gone into 4th place now, or well, 2nd place because they're all in 1st. But that's all I care about is protecting them and looking after them. And you sacrifice a lot for yourself to make sure they're okay, really.
Yeah.
The family may be back in the safety of their home for now, but Rob's only a couple of days away from his return to work. It's a watershed moment for all dads, and one that's also looming for Ali and Kelly in Cardiff.
Alien baby is right. What is your name? Where is your spaceship?
Kelly and Ali's second baby, Ayan, was born a healthy 8 pounds 9 ounces at Cardiff's Heath Hospital. Since then, he's been settling into life at home.
For me, it's like he's always been here.
Yeah.
They've given him a nickname, haven't they?
Elvis.
Elvis, because of the mop of hair.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's a little bundle of joy.
Yes.
It's just mad he's here.
But older sister Ayla still hasn't quite adjusted. She was queen bee in this house, and she's not finding the change entirely painless.
She dropped a hint today saying, look, Dad, when I'm not in the house, you can call baby Ayan Barbie. But when I'm in the house, you call me Barbie. So
Made it quite clear.
You've made it clear, haven't you, love?
Yeah.
Yeah?
She probably is feeling a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
She's not pushed out by any means, but...
No.
Ayla,
yeah,
she had us wrapped round her finger from the moment she was born. Right, stop it.
Right, come here.
Listen.
Get off the hat.
Time out. Stop it. No, Ayla, you haven't had your tea. Now stop being silly.
Well, you don't say no to Ayla. No. She doesn't. And that's the problem these days. The kids don't have enough vitamin N. No.
It's been much harder than they expected to adjust to 2 kids in the house. Kelly in particular is feeling the strain.
As a new mum, you don't get time to yourself. It's impossible. The only time I get to myself is when I'm on the toilet or in the shower.
And life's not going to get any easier. Ali's had just 2 weeks paternity leave.
Screwdriver.
Good girl. Screws. Check. He'll struggle to go back to work, having all this time off. It's not long enough though, really, is it? 2 weeks is not long enough. Here we go. There we go. Hello, boo.
There's no putting off the inevitable. Ali's time is almost up, and Kelly will soon have to cope on her own.
Chubby cheeks.
Burry Port couple Kathy and Andrew have also been savouring their time at home with new arrival Jude, and so far he's been nothing short of angelic.
Jude is the most chilled out, calm baby that I've ever had the experience of.
You were sent from the baby gods.
Yeah.
The gods took pity on us and sent this star down into your belly.
He's a proper brood monkey now.
He's a true brood monkey. Mine work overload today. I got enough milk to feed the street, I think.
Yay! Like many second-time parents, Kathy and Andrew's big worry pre-Jude was how a new baby would fit into the existing family unit alongside first son James.
James is our big priority. How is he going to be?
Yeah, we don't want him to feel left out in any way.
He's always at the back of my mind thinking, oh, I hope James is okay, I hope James is okay, I hope James is okay.
Kathy's concerns are perfectly natural, but they are starting to wear her down.
Don't lie on the table, James. Do you want to go outside? No. All right, don't go outside. Then off the table, please. Don't do that. It's hard going. The mammy guilt is just killing me because if I'm feeding Jude, I feel guilty. And then if I'm playing with James and I've left Jude in like the swing or something, I'm feeling guilty that I'm not coaching him. Oh, it's just... I mean, I'm only one person. I can only give what I can give, but it is... the guilt is... never going to be easy, but it's a different level. I've just got to keep telling myself it's not forever, so just try and make it to the end of each day alive, keeping my children alive.
It's very common for mothers to feel guilty, to question their ability, to compare themselves with other mothers.
All right, oh darling, all right.
And it's something that a lot of mothers won't discuss with each other.
I think you're just torn in 2 or 3 or however many children that you've got. Pick the card up, please. James, pick the card up, please. I was nearly breaking point, I think.
It's almost like a taboo subject to feel guilty for not being the best mum that you feel you can be. And that guilt is a really good sign because what it shows is that you care.
The introduction of a new baby is a major upheaval for everyone, and when you're only 2 years old, it can be seismic.
A bomb has gone off in James's playroom.
James's world has been knocked out of orbit, and he's acting up. Worst of all, his sleeping pattern's gone haywire. James is getting up dozens of times a night. No one's sleeping properly in this house, and that is not good news for Mum and Dad.
That was that morning when I put him back to bed 86 times. When he got out of bed and I put him back to bed 86 times.
86 times. It's just so hard. And you just think, going to bed every night, you think, oh God, what's tonight going to bring? Are we going to actually sleep, or is it going to be awful, you know? It's just that like anxiety feeling, you know, thinking we just don't know what to expect.
Sleep deprivation has a huge impact. Small problems become huge. Our anxiety levels might rise. Our ability to think clearly, to be rational, are also affected.
Oh, sweetheart.
And just as they're hitting this low point, Andrew's going back to work.
Should we go and say goodbye to Daddy? Bye-bye, Daddy. Bye-bye, Daddy. Bye. Have a lovely day. Bye.
He's not due home until late this evening.
Should we do some drawing? No. You don't want to do some drawing? No. Oh.
The average adult gets about 7 hours sleep per night, but Kathy's trying to function on around 2.
I'm just numb because I think I'm just so exhausted. It's so difficult when you're so tired.
Luckily, Kathy's mum lives nearby and she's come to the rescue. She's one of an estimated 10 million grandparents in the UK who help out with childcare.
Yesterday my shift started, so yes, well, I like to be helpful.
My mother, oh my gosh, thank God she's here.
Right then. Oh, anyone seen James? James!
But while her mum's a big help in the day, the dreaded night shift is looming.
It's just so hard. It's just sleep deprivation is just the worst, isn't it, for anyone? I'm gonna have to sort of get a plan together, I think, of what to do with James.
But not every parent has such a torrid time. Emily is one of nearly 3 million single parents in the UK. She lives at the top of the Heads of the Valley Road in Bryn Mawr, and so far she's coping well with her 8-week-old baby.
Here's my daughter, Lily. Bit of a wild little baby. Got her personality already. Got my temper. I was 12 when I moved to Bryn Mawr. Because as my mum and dad split up, my stepdad was from Bryn Mawr.
Emily worked as a beautician up until the birth. She was staying at the family home when she went into early labour.
I was in bed over my mum's house and my watch broke. I just felt like the only way I can explain it was like a hot balloon just burst. And then the dog was barking. I was like, Mum, I think it's happened. So my mum's coming in. She was like, move the quilt. And I was like, no. I said, I don't know what's going to be down there. My stepdad was shouting downstairs, Emily, do you want a bacon sandwich? So I had a bacon sandwich. And my stepdad's like, you want any pain in them? I was like, no, I feel fine. So he was like, oh, I'm going to have an haircut then. And my mum came downstairs, and you could imagine the language was coming out of her mouth. You joking me? She was going. I was like, yeah, he's got to have an haircut.
Say hello to Lily.
Hello, Lily. Hurry up.
Say, in there.
Christmas is coming soon.
Christmas pudding's there.
And I remember the doctors come around my back of my head and going, oh, congratulations, she's you. And knowing like any other parent would be like, is my baby okay? You know, all this. I went, is she definitely a girl and has she got dark hair like me? And they was like, yeah, she's definitely a girl, she's got dark hair like you. It's like, oh, that's all right then.
Emily separated from Lily's father, Greg, during her pregnancy.
We was 19 when we got together. We'll both admit that we rushed things and, you know, people grow up and change. You want to behave? My mum taught me to tidy up after myself, cook, clean. You didn't know, I didn't know none of that. So when we moved in together, it was a bit, right, a lot of arguments at that point. So we decided to call it a day. What's the matter? Made me grow up quite a lot. Yeah, I would say. And it's not about me anymore. What's in there?
So far, Emily's taken parenting completely in her stride.
I thought by now I'd have had a breakdown, like every new parent do, but no, everything's been fine. Oh, it's a yawn again. I've got an easy baby compared to other people's. So I'm lucky so far. I don't want to jinx it. Oh, look at the tootsies! You're splashing! You're splashing! Oh, you're splashing, Mommy! Everyone was quite surprised that I was doing it all on my own, living in my own house. Like my friends would say, like, how do you just sit there and just be calm? I'm like, just do. What are crying about? Oh, Lily! Oh, darling. Now she's out, everyone wants to have a bit of her, and it's like, I'm like, leave her alone, she's mine. So So I'm kind of selfish but really protective of her. Her life depends on me and my life depends on her now. So it is lovely.
Up until now, though, Lily's not seen all that much of the wider world. Emily's been inseparable from her baby and hasn't felt confident enough to venture far from home. But she can't stay stuck indoors forever.
Hug, hug, hug.
Ray! Oh, did you just fart? Did you just fart then?
Change is also fast approaching for Newport couple Ryan and Sarah. They found the early weeks of bringing up baby Holly an absolute delight.
I find myself at least once every other day going, "You're real. I can't believe you're real. This has really happened."
Up until now, Ryan's been a very hands-on father. That's not unusual for modern dads, who spend an estimated 700% more time interacting with their kids than they did back in the 1970s.
Okay, so Holly is so close to rolling over. We think this could be the moment. Go on, babes. Go on. Go on. Oh, nearly. Oh. Well, that's how you do it, Holly.
But as of today, Ryan's joining our other dads in the return to work. In a few hours' time, he'll have to set off for a 10-hour shift at his Newport coffee shop. And Holly has not been having a good night.
And Holly is not happy. Just enjoy sleep. That's all bad.
In the first 3 months of life, babies sleep an average of 16 to 17 hours a day. But unfortunately, that doesn't change the fact that they need to wake throughout the night to feed.
I think nothing really prepares you for how draining it's going to be, the lack of sleep. I love my sleep. That's a real money changer.
Torture, I think.
Yeah. You lose your mind. You absolutely lose your mind.
She would not settle in her cot.
With work looming for Ryan tomorrow, Sarah's volunteered to take over and let him get some much-needed kip.
Because you need to go to
I
work,
did say I had
didn't you?
work and I was like, I need sleep.
It's only a couple of hours later when Ryan's sleepwalking his way into work and opening up the shop. Good job there's coffee on hand.
Right then. What am I going to find this morning? I didn't want to go back to work. If that's a sign of how much the Babymoon meant to us, not just me, but to us. It just hit me out of nowhere.
Like a bubble burst. It was just like, oh yeah, life has to keep going. We have to earn money. We have to.
I've got to put bread on this table. Oh, I'm so tired. This is ridiculous. I hope my wife is sleeping. She didn't get much sleep at all last night. Getting back into the swing of things when really you just want to be home with your baby. I feel terrible right now, leaving my poor little baby at home.
And back at the house, Sarah's facing challenges of her own.
I'm home alone with the baby, so it's quite a big day today. It was quite scary because it was now, instead of just the two of us looking after Holly, it was just me. And you've got to deal with just a mess down there and you're exhausted. That could be quite challenging. I had to go on my own instinct. You had to go through the, is she hungry? No. Okay. Does she just want to be held? No, she's still grizzly. Is it wind? Is it a nappy change? It was just me.
There we go. I'm ready for the day.
But Ryan and Sarah are not alone. Over in Llanrumney, Ali and Kelly are also feeling worse for wear.
Just about 5 in the morning. Baby's up. Gotta get ready for work. Kelly's taking control over this one.
Sleep deprivation is the
That's
worst.
it.
It's a killer anyway.
Yeah.
It's terrible. The worst thing is looking at your phone in the middle of the night.
yeah, 'cause
So
the
never
light
look at
dim
your
it.
mobile phone
No.
and when you're waking up for a feed.
Nope.
Because it does something to your brain and it keeps you awake.
After keeping them up half the night, baby Ayan's nodded off just as it's time for Ali to get up.
Can you hear that? Silence. Ayla will probably wake up in the next half an hour. Then it's just chaos. So it's nice just to have a look out here, look, and just listen to the silence. Well, and the birds. That's quite nice.
Ali might be exhausted, but at least he'll get a break from the endless crying, feeds and nappy changes.
It's draining. If I could breastfeed, I would help out. Women are superheroes. I couldn't do it. Well, men couldn't do it.
For Kelly, on the other hand, Ali's return to work is proving a blessing in disguise.
It is chaos here though when we're all here together. The house is crazy. It is better when I'm on my own sometimes. It's nice and peaceful.
I do enjoy coming to work. It's nice to get away from the carnage.
This bedroom needs hoovering badly. I think I'm going to do it quickly while the baby's sleeping.
You know, I do miss the kids and Kelly, but it's nice to just come away from the chaos.
With Ali out from under her feet, the atmosphere in the house is settling down.
Yeah, it's nice. Myself and the children are in our own routine now, so it's nice, you know. We're just able to just get on with it. Oh, we have got a coat brown. Oh my God, he's fluffing!
Kelly's even made a breakthrough with Ayla, getting her more involved in looking after her baby brother.
Can I wipe it?
Yeah.
Wipe you, boo boo boy. Bye bye you.
Ayla goes crazy, see though, when he's home. And that's when she starts to get quite naughty. I think that 2-week period of him being home, she's not used to him being home. So she kind of escalates, and whereas I'm the strict one and he's the soft one, she still pushes it with Ali round.
Kelly's just hoping the peace and quiet won't be shattered once Ali gets back tonight. Over in Machen, Rob has also made the return to work, and with 3 girls to look after round the clock, Sam's worried about being able to cope.
I'm at home on my own. It's my first day alone with the girls all day while Rob is in work. I'm feeling really, really daunted. Actually probably a little bit scared of my own babies, which feels really strange, but I just feel like, can I do it? I've only got 2 hands and 3 babies, and I know they're all going to get hungry at the same time.
Even the basics of feeding have to be planned like a military operation.
So Mammy sits in the camping chair, bottles and medicines and everything, and bibs all handy. We start with the hungriest and then finish with the hungriest as well. I remember I came out the kitchen, I think I left the girls in the living room, and I just felt a bit intimidated by the situation, to be honest, and I ran away from it for a bit, came out the kitchen and took a breather, and I just thought, we need help, we need someone to come.
None of her relatives live on her doorstep, but they'd taken it in turns to travel to Machen for a shift in the triplet feeding factory. Today, it's a stepmum Joanna's turn.
Good girl. There is enough for seconds if she wants more. With 2 people, an hour and a half, we can get the 3 of them done. When it's just me, it's over 2 hours.
With this many feeds to get through, Sam decided she had no option but to go the bottle and formula route. Many triplet mothers struggle to produce enough breast milk for 3.
It would have been nice to try breastfeeding them, but my body's just told me no, so I'm not upset about it really.
Breast milk contains benefits in terms of immune function, but I think it's important to stress that in a country like the UK, the formula feeds are well regulated. From a nutritional point of view, they are equivalent.
The triplets themselves don't have any complaints about formula feed. They've all got very healthy appetites.
Oh, Ella, you haven't got long to wait. Alice is nearly there. Where's that wind? Is it over here? And you're sprawl. Oh, Alice. We'll start all over again now. It's still crazy to think they're not actually meant to be born yet, do they? Don't fall asleep. 10 days we've been doing this at home now. It's a lot easier with an extra pair of hands, or girls, isn't it? We ideally need a person per baby, and I think it'd be fine now.
In a few short hours, Sam will start the whole cycle all over again.
It's a lot harder than we expected. We're not Sam and Rob anymore, we're the triplets parents, and that's all we are. We're just feeding, changing, washing, sleeping, winding, and then the cycle just keeps going round and round, and I think that's the struggle at the minute.
Back in Burry Port, Kathy and Andrew also have their share of worries. It's no surprise that little Jude is waking several times a night to feed, but it's older brother James who's proving even more disruptive, waking as many as 5 or 6 times an hour.
It was just bonkers. Sleep exhaustion is awful when you've just got the one child, but then when you've got a newborn as well, so we needed some help here.
Yeah. Recognising they're at the end of their tether, a friend recommended they try something new, a night nanny.
I'd never heard of such a thing, of a night nanny. I texted her and she said, yes, I can help you. And just to hear those words, that yes, I can help you, oh, I could have kissed her.
Louise Gonzalez is trained to help with the most troublesome of sleepless tots.
Yeah, the problems we've had stemmed from, he was an excellent sleeper in his cot. It was great, you know. Obviously, when we knew Jude was on the way, he's nearly 3, so we thought, you know, big boy bed should be fine. Not fine. Far from fine.
We all know that, you know, when we have a baby, it's going to be tiring and the nights are going to be long and they can be tough. But for some people, you know, it can be really tough.
I think we were just at our wits' end, you know, the 86 times a night, I think, you know.
And a baby in the mix.
And a baby in the mix.
Some parents I go to, they literally don't have any more than 40 minutes sleep at any one time. A couple of weeks of that, you know, and from then on, your body is literally in survival mode. You're running on adrenaline.
I'm fine though, I'm just tired. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really typical for lots of reasons. That's
No,
the saying,
that's it.
isn't it?
Louise takes a close look at the family's bedtime routine, searching out the underlying causes of bad sleep.
So start with, you know, having tea as, you know, around 5 or as
Yeah.
close to 5 as you can.
Okay, yeah.
So that he's got, you know, a couple of hours just to digest it and he's not going to bed with a big tummy full of
Yes.
food, because we don't
No,
sleep
don't
well
like
when we
that.
do that.
No.
The key thing really is to work on the start of the night, and if you can help your child get used to falling asleep more independently at the start of the night, then you should start to see the rest of the night sort of get better as well.
Honest to God.
So what you can do with this kind of age, something that works well, is the gradual retreat method. You just have a little magic cushion. So the magic cushion is the place where you're going to sit at the start of the night until he's fast asleep. You can choose to put it, you know, anywhere from here to
the
here,
gate
by
or
the
whatever,
door,
yeah.
by the gates. 2 days later, you put it a little bit further away. As time goes on, he'll learn to fall asleep without you in his sight, and he'll be learning to fall asleep on his own.
Yeah, fair enough, makes sense.
Yeah.
Now Kathy's got a plan. She's hoping she can turn things around. There's certainly been no resting up for Ryan in his coffee shop today, but he's finally coming to the end of his shift.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this for the next 3 years. People keep saying, oh, until they're 3 or 4, you got this all the way through. It's like, I don't know how I can do this. There you go, my friend. Thank you, buddy. Have a good day. See you later.
Around a quarter of all dads end up leaving their jobs or reducing working hours to spend more time with their babies.
I felt like I was letting Holly and Sarah down at one point. I was like, oh, I should be there. What am I going to miss? And missing stuff was really difficult for me.
How's this baby?
She's beautiful. I'll show you some photos.
How's the wife?
Yeah, she's fine. She's fine. Look at her eyes.
Oh, she's a model of you. Proud dad.
She was like the Pope. Her Holiness the Pope. It's killing me not being with her right now. First morning not being there.
Daddy home soon. Bless you.
Oh. Hello.
12 hours after he left home this morning, Ryan's first day back at work is finally over.
Who's that?
Hello.
Who's that?
Hello, sweetie pie. Mwah. How you doing, gorgeous? You okay?
Who's that?
Oh, I missed you today. My life is about making people smile. And then seeing this little girl smile at... Sorry, I'm going to cry. Seeing this little girl smile at you. Who's a little chubber? Who's my little chubber? Oh,
It just kind of affirms that you're doing a good job. Like
Yeah,
you're
it
doing,
does.
You're doing a good job as a parent if she's smiling at you and she's happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best.
Such an idiot. Absolutely adored this little girl. Absolutely adored you.
In Burry Port, Cathy and Andrew are already hard at work, establishing a new routine recommended to them by their night nanny.
So what happens with this is that when you go to bed, Mommy or Daddy sit on a magic cushion, don't we? And we stay here, and then you stay in bed, and we'll go shh, shh, shh. Oh. And that way, you know Mommy and Daddy are just outside, and then you can fall to sleep nicely. You go to sleep, isn't it? Where are we going to put the magic cushion tonight, then? Where do you want to put it? On the stairs?
Yeah.
OK. He knows that we're in the landing, sitting on the magic cushion. He's got that kind of assurance.
They're already seeing a marked improvement, but the sleep expert cautioned them not to expect overnight miracles.
It's difficult to get him to stay in his bed, and there's a routine you go through there to try and relax him, to calm him down, to get him into kind of a sleep state. And you work hard at that, and then you put him into his bed, and then he doesn't want to sleep. Eventually, he falls asleep, and then maybe about an hour or two later, he's up again crying, and you've got to go through it all, and it's exhausting.
It's exhausting.
Because it's repetitive, and you cannot deviate from that routine. You've got to keep to it, and it's day in, day out, trying to hammer home this routine.
Yeah, sleep training is not for the weak, shall we say.
No.
All they can do now is stick with a plan and hope things keep getting better. Kelly's definitely getting results over in Llanrumney. While Ali's been at work, peace and quiet has reigned at home. But the storm is fast approaching.
Daddy's home. Where's she to?
Out the garden.
Oh, she's done one, is she? Being a good boy? No. Do you want a hug? Want a hug?
No.
Oh, you want a coach? I want a coach.
I don't know what it is. If it's just the three of us, it's lovely. I'm very calm, but when Ali comes home, it kind of gets a little bit messy.
Oh, all right.
I think it's because Ayla gets quite hyper, because she hasn't seen him all day.
Whoa.
He says, I don't want to let me, I won't know.
I know.
It is more chaotic when he's home. Like I say to him, I'll go make a bottle. And then I come out and this is like this, and there's powder there, and this is all, like, it drives me potty.
It really, really tests a relationship, having a baby, especially when you've got a toddler in the house as well.
That's what you get, love. Snooze, you lose.
And the chaos gets cranked up even higher as Ali sets about his lively approach to Ayla's bath and bedtime routine.
Oh, God. I can't wait sometimes for him to go to work. Come on. You've got to tidy that bedroom. Look at the state of it. Come on. Have you put all your toys away now?
Yeah, she didn't have any out. Come on, let's go. Yeah. There's a lot of stress and strain on a relationship with another
It can be
person.
stressful.
Yeah, of course it can.
Because you answer back all the time.
Yeah. Stand up.
No, let him do it himself. She has the buttons herself and everything.
Right.
She's a big girl now.
That top is in, the vest is inside out. Do you want me to help you? Let me help you.
She does it, love, all herself.
Right, fine. Honestly. It's going to end in tears.
Faff around with her too much.
So
Put
what?
that tidy in my bathroom.
Give it here. Oh, what?
Right, come on now, guys. It's wind down time.
In ages. Wait, one more moment.
Lord, give me.
Sniper kiss. You shouldn't get kissed.
Right, I will not ask you again. Ayla, get dressed.
Come on.
Ali, get out.
No, she can't. Don't lay him down like that. Oh. I'm using my special powers.
I'm using my...
Why don't you use your special powers and morph out of here?
Up in Machen, Sam and Rob have been on tenterhooks awaiting the arrival of their health visitor, here for a vital checkup on the triplets' progress.
I think the main responsibility, I feel, is making sure that they are reaching their milestones. We know they're premature, so they might not reach their milestones at the normal time, but it's trying to make sure that they do that.
I take the girls very seriously, probably too seriously. I worry too much.
Hiya, how are you? How's things been?
Okay, yeah. Just giving her a dummy, so she's a bit settled now.
That's okay.
Born 5 weeks early, the triplets started out weighing well below average. Today, the health visitors come in to check whether they've been growing okay. It's crunch time for the anxious parents.
Oh, I'm sorry, Flora. It's like having a little hound. I just want to see how big your head is. Okay, good girl. Thank you very much. Okay, 3.13.
Well, that's gone now.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, you can pick her up now, darling. You didn't enjoy that.
How long was she?
She is 50 centimetres.
With Flora checked, it's now Alice's turn.
Okay. Come on, darling. Yep, fine, thank you. She's saying that as a sister.
Last up, Ella, who at birth was the smallest triplet, weighing under 4 pounds.
Let's see how much you weigh, darling. 2.74, fabulous. Okay, not quite as long as your sisters.
Okay.
The results of the checkup are in.
What we do now is going to impact them for the next however many years they live for, 70, 80, 90 years.
Sam and Rob are about to find out whether they've done enough.
Weight gain is nice and steady, so it's reassuring. I'm really, really pleased. I think you're doing a marvellous job. Absolutely marvellous.
Bye.
It went really well. They're all following the trend they should be. I think every parent obsesses about them getting weighed, but it is nice you do. That's all. Isn't it means so much to know that they, we are feeding them and we are doing a good job and that they're putting on the weight. So it's really nice feedback.
For Sam and Rob, it's a massive relief. Proof that despite all the stress, they're getting something right. They can pat themselves on the back for passing a major milestone.
Tomorrow is their due date, their real due date. So that would have been the date they should have been born.
And we're going to celebrate by drinking lots of milk.
Come on, Jess. Come on, Jess. Come on, Jude. Jess and Jude.
Kathy and Andrew have also been hard at work, trying to get James fully settled into his new sleeping routine. It's taken a good few weeks, but it's really paying off.
This is it. Yeah, we'll have a story on the chair, and then we'll put James to bed, give him a kiss, and then go and sit on the magic cushion. And then James falls asleep, doesn't he? You fall asleep.
For the first time in ages, James is sleeping through the night.
James is starting to understand his role, that this is his bed, he stays in here. Like last night was 11 hours from 7 till 6, so you can't expect much more than that. He's still waking up about 6, we're trying to get him to stay in bed a bit longer, but 11 hours of unbroken sleep is pretty good actually. So yeah, we're starting to hopefully win the battle.
Keep this up and they'll be fully back on their feet before they know it. In Bryn Mawr, it's a big day for Emily.
Now you're going to be hard work now, I bet.
Her first trip out to a mother and baby group, a baby massage class in nearby Aberbeeg, but she's not quite sure how she'll fit in.
Welcome Emily and Lily to our group.
14 months. No, 14 weeks on months. I just think people just look down on you, think, oh, because you're a single mother, you've got your baby 24/7, you haven't got a life. I think the world's just full of judgment anyway, no matter what you do. Just life.
Right then, so we're going to get stuck in now to some baby yoga. I promise I won't scare you. The girls know now, we all just smile and nod. It can be quite a lonely place, being a single mum, and if you don't sort of socialise and go out to different places, it can be really difficult. So if you've ever done any baby yoga or any massage before, don't panic.
But I don't always like to be sent attention, actually. I get embarrassed sometimes, but now it's like you've got to be a bit more outspoken, learn to like defend for yourself and everything.
So what we always do the first move every week, girls. So we're going to support the ankles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Barod, unwaith eto.
Emily might have been nervous, but so far, all's going well.
Oh, look at her looking. Oh, she's never been before either. I love her. She's probably thinking, oh, Mum,
She likes
what
to
are
do
you
her own
doing?
thing half the time.
Yeah. Let's go all over the nice dress. Shall we do that one a little bit faster? Tap, tap, un, dau, tri. Tap, tap, un, dau, tri. Tap your cefn. Da iawn. Lan ar babi. Da iawn. Lots of encouragement. Da iawn. She's comfortable.
I know, I was thinking she's still there.
She loves that.
Oh, she's dribbling.
If you want to, we can just give her a nice little hand massage. No, I don't want to do it. If you want to do a sitting up, girls, you can. If you want to do it this way, you can do it this way, like that.
And everyone always thought I was going to be a right drama queen, and I would panic over anything, like she's crying, and be like, you know, it's drama, she's crying. Yeah, she's crying, end of. Like, it's fine. But I do believe the more you calm, the calmer your baby's going to be.
Does she sleep all night?
Yeah. And only when she was newborn, only once she used to wake up for a feed.
Really?
26 minutes.
How bizarre is that? Yeah, I got 26 minutes, go!
Literally.
Honestly,
yeah.
That is
I had it quite
absolutely
easy.
amazing. She's a good baby. Dream baby, actually.
Despite her worries, as it turned out, nobody judged her for being a single mum. Today's really boosted her confidence.
If she's on her own doing this, she's doing a fantastic job by the looks of things. I think we've worn you out, Lily. Da iawn, wedi blino.
Say we got a deal and we will. Say, I wipe your bum now when you're a baby, and when I'm an old woman, you wipe my bum. Yeah. Yeah. So don't put me in a nursing home now. No. You look after me like I look after you. I love you, girl. I love you.
Oh.
I thought I'd be a stress head, like proper stress, and just be like crying in the corner, like, oh, my baby's crying, my baby's this, my baby's that, but no. Yeah, I would say I've definitely surprised myself. It just makes you grow up and just be a bit more independent, and it's just, I don't know, it changes you for the best, really.
Kelly, yes. Lovely to meet you.
Ayan,
I'm Sam, I'll be doing your treatment. Would you like to follow me?
Down in Newport, Kelly's also enjoying something new. A day away from the kids.
It's designed to be a facial that helps with people who have stressful lifestyles, don't necessarily have a lot of time to spend on themselves.
Oh, sounds just like me.
Perfect.
I never used to have skin like this. I used to have really clear skin.
That's what having babies does to you.
I know. It made me lose my eyelashes too.
Really?
I lost teeth on the last one.
Wow.
Very relaxing. I feel like a bit of a celeb.
Wow. Be careful. Mummy's going to walk straight through that door in a minute. Get down. Look who's home.
Hi. Did you miss me? My boobs are scratching badly.
Lovely.
Have you been a good girl? Yeah. Has she been a good girl?
She's been very good. Miss us?
No.
Neither did we.
So he didn't miss me. You were
No, it was
stressing
nice,
about
but
him having the no boob, but it was clearly fine.
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah, you give up work and I'll work.
Yeah.
We can do this again then, can't we?
Yes, definitely.
Had
a good day.
Ready? We're going to the birds now.
Oh, the birds, James.
Okay.
It's now 2 months since Kathy and Andrew called in their night nanny, and most nights James is staying in his bed.
James has settled into his nights.
Yeah.
And he's no longer the terror that he was. He likes sleeping, he's good at it. He is.
Yeah, he
He's
actually
learned
says,
that
can I have my pyjamas on now? Which is fabulous.
James is the best sleeper in the world, aren't you? Yeah, you got your bed, haven't you?
Do you love your bed?
Yeah.
Everybody's feeling so much better, and they are finally starting to enjoy life as an expanded family.
Let's go, Jude. Any birds?
I can't see any yet.
Birds, where are you? Where are you, birds? Come on, bird. Where are you? Hello, red-crowned crane. Oh, good boy. Hello. Okay. Hello, mister. Oh, you want some? Hey, can I have some food, please? Good running, James. I'll get you, James. I'll get you.
I feel human today. I feel all right today. Gosh, sleep with James is 1,000 million times better. Is that even a number? It's...
Should we do gymnastics?
Yeah.
1, 2... Whoa!
I suppose normality is coming through a little bit. It's a different type of normality now, isn't it? You've just got to adjust.
It is nice just to have some time together, the four of us.
We are super lucky. Really lucky, happy, healthy boys. Wow. Doesn't get better than that, I don't think. Ready, steady, go!